Welcome back to another Spot On chat, where I get to dig into the hearts and minds of my illustrious guests, and you get to listen in. I'm Rebecca Monet with Zorakle Profiles. We provide profiling tools for franchisors and franchise consultants, which help facilitate a right fit between a prospective franchisee and a franchise concept. So I have back with me today Ricki Wilkins. She's a senior franchise developer at Z-Sprout, and she also works with a very intriguing concept called Deka Lash. So if you've listened to our earlier Spot On chats, you'll see that Ricki is bold, she's daring, she's persuasive, and she's extremely intriguing to me. So welcome back, Ricki.
My pleasure, Rebecca, and just want to say that I have used your spot on analysis time and time again. It is such an amazing tool for us in the consulting world. So thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. It's my purpose, it's what I feel like I'm called to do, is to help franchise consultants and franchisors do what's right and best by the prospective franchisee. That franchisee is investing a lot of his heart, his soul, his money, his time or her time into something. And I want to do whatever I can to make sure that they have the greatest likelihood of success. So it's a fun business for me. So this brings us to my final question, and it's a what if question, or if only question. If you had a what if or if only, what might that be in your life?
I have to be honest, I am not a person who looks backward a lot. I mean, I take what I can learn and I keep moving and I keep going forward. So I don't think a lot about if this or if that. If I'm thinking about an if, it's maybe how to help my client, or how to reach my next goal, or what if I could do this to get there. But I don't kind of look back and say, oh, if only, because it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm really focused on the future.
I like that attitude. No doubt we all have regrets and, oh my gosh, I should have gone left instead of right. But that's no help. And I like your description, because the picture I had in my head when you said I take from the past and I learn and I keep moving forward. And I had this picture of a snowball, where it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And at some point it is just this massive thing, or it's even an avalanche that takes us in a certain direction. We're not going to look back. We're only going to look forward. So yours is more like if only I could help my client in this way, or if only I better understood this, then I might be able to this and that and the other for my client. So yours is more about the what if, the future. How can I better this or better that, or do this or do that?
Right. Or can I improve my presentation, or can I come up with a different word picture for what I'm trying to say? I really like my life and where I'm at. And if I can get somebody else in that same place, that is so rewarding to me. If I can help them achieve a dream and find a path for themselves that's going to be, rewarding and gratifying, and give them all the things they've been dreaming of, that's my psychic income.
You gave me goosebumps as you're talking about that, because this place of contentment and fulfillment and joy that you have acquired is what so many prospective franchisees or people in general are looking for, to come to a place in life and say, this look, I'm so blessed, and I'm so content and happy and so fulfilled. And so many prospective franchisees, the opposite. is happening. They're not having that, and you
Right.
are able to open some doors or pathways for them to consider ways that they can have what
And encourage them and help them maybe see some things about themselves that they're not aware of.
yeah.
I mean, that's really your expertise.
Yeah, I love that, because so many times, Ricki, um, others see in us something that we don't see in ourselves. And
Right.
so often it is the very thing that can transform a person's life, that can take them to the next level, that gifting that they have, that they take for granted and they don't leverage or they don't see or they don't apply. Someone else can say, oh my goodness, you got this wonderful thing about you, and if you applied it here in this business or in a slightly different way, do you have any idea how much more fun you would have and more
Right.
money you would make? So and I think that's why, and you hit on this when we were talking about politics, why being in relationship is so important, because we are able to give each other feedback. You're able to say to that prospective franchisee or someone you're mentoring at church or someone you're working with on that political campaign, do you see this about yourself and how powerful that is and what you could become if you could just grab hold of it and appreciate this gifting?
We have a rather amazing culture at Deka Lash. We call ourselves the Wolf Pack.
Oh, I love that.
And I have worked for big companies and little companies and startup companies and everything in between. I've never seen a culture like this, in that it's all for one, it's one for all. It really is a family, and they work hard at it. We have core values that we live by.
Mm,
We have policies, we have procedures, but at the end of the day, if there's a question about what we're going to do, we go to the core values every time.
wow. You
And
need to
that's
be
what we're inviting our franchise owners into the wolf pack.
into the wolf pack. And if you study wolves, which it sounds like you guys have, that's exactly the way it is. They protect one another and they put
Yes.
the weak in between the strong until the weak become strong, right? So there's leaders, and then there's part of the pack brings up the back end of that pack, while these youngins are developing and maturing into
Yes.
stronger business people. So there is the hunting together, there is the supporting one another, there's the nurturing of the youngins to become stronger. So Wolfpack is a great way to describe this culture you have.
Yeah. It is. It is.
You're very blessed. You are
I know.
very,
I
very
know.
blessed. So exciting. So you're saying not only do the policies and procedures nurture this wolf pack mentality, just out of curiosity, are there things as a culture you do to reward your franchisees or to acknowledge your franchisees for acting in this family, we're in this together, I got your back kind of way? Are there things that you do that encourage it overtly?
One of the things that this company is really good at, and they're good at so many things, but they're collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
They're communicative. There's a lot of communication back and forth between the franchisees and the people at the corporate office. There's recognition that
Yeah.
we give. We have a franchise advisory committee where we have an elected group of franchisees, and then they're representing those franchisees, so that our franchisees always, always, always have a voice.
So rare, right? So
It's,
rare to be heard, to be encouraged to speak,
yes,
to be a part of the planning and the thought process of where things are going, to be recognized and appreciated for it. So this is a very particular type franchisee that will fit within your organization. It's not going to be a lone wolf, right? It's not.
No, probably not the best fit.
Mm-mm,
No.
no, he or she is not going to be a good fit because this is a collaborative. Uh,
And it's one thing to have a wolf pack, but I think it's another thing to talk about the wolf pack and be proud of it.
mhm.
And we talk to everyone about it. It's sort of, our signature.
I like
And
it. I
yeah,
like it.
it's very welcoming.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing about this culture and your if only. I could do more, and I can get more folks to embrace this more fulfilling life, because I know you're doing it every day, and just this heart that you have to help more people achieve that level of satisfaction and fulfillment is quite a calling that you have, and under a wonderful brand like Deka Lash, where you can do it day in and day out. So thank you.
Oh, so nice of you to say so. Thank you very much.
All right.
You
Well,
evoke some emotions now that I haven't thought about in a while.
oh, that's my job.
Yes, it is. You're doing it well.
Okay. Well, I love you bunches, and I look forward to talking with you offline another time. And I so appreciate your time today. I know you're back to back, especially right now. So thank you so much, Ricki.
My pleasure entirely.
Okay. Talk to
Take
you
care.
soon.